Less and less snow all the time. Some of the highest points over there are right close to 10,000. I don't know they're quite, but they're up there a ways. Good morning. Yesterday, I went to chop weeds out in the parking lot, and what I've got is I've got a chunk of I-beam that I put on a chain and I drag around behind the tractor, and I got thinking about it, and I thought, you know, we got this thing now. Trouble is, I've never run one before. Yesterday was as good a time as any to try to learn, so I fired it up, and actually it was kind of fun. It was not as difficult as I thought. I don't know that I'm doing it right, but it was chopping weeds off and plowing up we got these mounds out in the parking lot. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. But over the years they've spread out real wide, and they're a pain in the butt to try to chop the weeds on, because they're a mound. You can't really get up on top of them. So this thing, I just rolled the gravel over one direction, and then went back and rolled it back the other way, and did a really good job. I'm really impressed. So anyway, I'm going to play with this a little bit more today and see if I can't finish up the parking lot anyway. Kind of a complicated thing. The controls, I haven't quite figured out what everything does, but I'll show you here. So you got all these levers and switches all over the place. Not sure what most of them do. This one here I thought would tip the steering wheel back and forth, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know what this one does. It's got a lever there on both sides. These up here, it's supposed to kind of tell you what they do, but it doesn't really seem to match up with what it does when you go to do them. But anyhow, it's not too bad. You just got to kind of keep playing with levers and buttons and knobs and things, and hope nothing goes wrong. So anyway, it's kind of fun, but go to plowing here. talking about in the parking lot, they just kind of give somebody an idea of where to point the front of their truck so they can park. And like I say, once they get covered in weeds, they're hard to get cleaned up. They're hard to chop and hard to work with. I did these two over here already. They turned out alright. A little patch of weeds there, but not too bad. This one here I started on. I didn't get very far. Now this one, this next one, this one I haven't done yet. Now you can see how bad they are with the weeds. So, let's see. Blade turn. There we go. That one. Blade tilt. You kind of want it. Oops, that's not the one. One of them. That one. That one kind of rolls it. If you roll it back like that, it'll dig. I don't want it to dig, I just need to scrape them off, so I'm going to tip it forward as far as it'll go, or almost. Let's go back that way a little bit, because I do want to roll this gravel over. And then, let's see, these two, I found out if you pull them both at the same time, it works a little bit better. This one and that one. Try to lower the blade to the ground. Like I say, it's kind of tricky. looking a little better. Make a few more passes and should be better than it was anyway. Well, that looks some better than it did. Still got a few weeds on the edges here. I kind of dug up a big old rock over there. If I can't bury that again or roll it over it out of the way, but I don't know, for not knowing what I'm doing, I guess I'm not doing too terrible bad, but it shows that I don't know what I'm doing. Oh well, that's them's the breaks. You gotta learn somehow. Anyway, kind of hard to run this and film too, so see you folks tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Bye.